Binoculars are often described as tools for magnification, but that description misses their most important function. They do not simply enlarge distant objects. They restructure how attention is applied to space. Before binoculars, distance was interpreted rather than observed. People inferred what was far away using silhouettes, motion, and context. Details were lost. Certainty was rare. Distance meant ambiguity. Single-lens telescopes existed, but they were awkward for sustained use. They collapsed vision into a narrow tunnel, removing depth and making orientation difficult. Extended viewing caused strain and disorientation. The problem was not power. It was usability. Binoculars emerged as a solution by combining two optical systems into one coordinated experience. Each eye receives a magnified image aligned to preserve natural depth perception. The brain does what it already knows how to do: merge the images into a coherent whole. This decision shaped everything about their form. Two barrels instead of one. Adjustable spacing to match different faces. A central focus mechanism that moves both lenses together. Each element supports sustained viewing without fatigue. Sustained viewing is the key. Binoculars are not designed for quick glances. They are designed for watching, for holding attention steady while the world moves, or while you wait for it to. This intention explains the narrow field of view. Wide-angle magnification would be overwhelming. It would amplify motion and shake. By narrowing the field, binoculars stabilize perception. They reduce visual noise and make small movements meaningful. This narrowing forces commitment. When you raise binoculars, you stop doing other things. You stop walking. You stop scanning. You choose a point and stay with it. The design enforces patience without instruction. Focus reinforces this behavior. The focus wheel requires deliberate adjustment. It responds smoothly, not instantly. You overshoot slightly, then return. This back and forth encourages you to slow down and refine. The act of focusing becomes a form of attention training. Material choices support this role. Binoculars are textured for grip, weighted enough to feel steady, but not so heavy they tire the arms. Rubberized coatings absorb vibration. Eye cups block stray light. All of this reduces distraction. Binoculars are tools for isolation, not isolation from the world, but isolation within it. They carve a temporary tunnel of clarity through visual chaos. The realization often comes when you lower them. The world suddenly feels wide again, less detailed, less specific. You notice how much was excluded while you were looking. That exclusion was not a flaw, it was the point. Binoculars do not help you see everything. They help you see one thing well. This is the aha moment. The design does not promise knowledge. It promises focus. It gives you the ability to trade breadth for depth temporarily, on demand. Invisible design often works by limiting options rather than expanding them. By narrowing choice, it strengthens perception. By slowing interaction, it improves understanding. Binoculars embody this principle perfectly. They do not automate seeing. They discipline it. That is why they persist even as cameras and screens offer greater magnification. Those tools capture. Binoculars engage. They require presence. You must hold them, adjust them, choose where to look, stay with what you've chosen. In a world that rewards scanning and speed, binoculars reward stillness. They turn distance into something that can be understood, not by eliminating space, but by asking you to respect it. And because they do this quietly, without explanation, they remain one of the most honest tools for seeing what's far away.